In this video we'll be finishing the Forskaren build that we started a couple of videos ago. Big project. We're going to be finishing it in this one, so buckle up. We're going to get started right away with the finishing touches. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Thanks so much for tuning in. In this video, once again, we'll be finishing the Forskaren build in this one. It's been quite a ride with all the buildings that we created so far. And this building also marks a little bit of a milestone of sorts in terms of the overall builds that you've seen so far and what is going to be happening in the near future in terms of the usage of the building and where they are placed right now. But first we're going to be finishing again the building itself, and the couple things that are still left to do are the interior itself and the section that we are working on right now with all the plants and all the nature goodness that we'll be placing in this little circular area that we made the roof out of. It was quite difficult to get the roof in the state that it is right now, because I was trying to make it also more in a circular way, but that's really ended up in a very not good looking build. So I decided to change it up big time. And the reason why we placed that little section of dirt alongside the glass is because the glass itself sticks out a little bit. It was really weighing the odds, so to speak, of having a nice circular roof type with glass pieces. They would have been all glitched together, and that's the main reason why I decided to not use it. Or use this variation that we are having and going to be using right now, but then having to find a solution to get rid of the glitching pieces, or at least make them not visible for us. The only real method that I was able to find to make them sort of disappear from our side was to create a little border on the outside. And I think at the end of the day it actually worked out quite well, because it really brings the building also together in terms of foliage usage, and also with the stuff on the outside in terms of overall trees and bushes and the placement of all those. So it really brings it together. So I was actually quite surprised that it looks quite nice, in my opinion, the way that it looks. Unfortunately though, I do not have any gameplay from the foliage placements and the interior in terms of the bottom level. I think I must have forgotten to capture the gameplay, or maybe the SSD was all fooled up, and whenever that happens and I make another recording whenever I'm playing Planet Zoo, then the whole thing is just deleted, because it's not having enough space to store the whole video. And I think that is actually what happened, because that's sometimes it occurs whenever recording too much gameplay and there's not much space left on the SSD, the whole video just gets deleted. So unfortunately I do not have any of the gameplay for you to be able to be seen in terms of a speed build here over on YouTube. But I do have a little bit of a cinematic video at the end of the speed build section. And there you will be able to see a little bit of the interior as well. If you're more interested though in seeing how it was made and having a bit of a more slow-paced look throughout the building itself, I do stream both on Twitch and TikTok, so if you are interested, then feel free to go over those live streams and check out the builds that we've made so far. And then just ask away if you have any questions whenever you're there in one of those live streams. If you want to, or if we can take a look at one of those buildings, then we can take very long time to check all those builds out and then have a proper look, so that you'll be able to see those builds a little bit more up close, a little bit slower. We'll be able to show all the bits and pieces. It will be a little bit better. We'll show it live. So feel free to click the links in the description below to get redirected to either the Twitch or the TikTok stream. And hopefully I will see you in a future live stream over there. But also the very important portion, the milestone. So the hotel, for example, like all the other builds that we made in all the speed builds so far in this so-called zoo. It's not really a zoo, it's just to make like blueprints. This one will be the last finished build before we are actually going to be using these buildings. If you've like checked out any of the TikTok videos or have not been in like a TikTok and or Twitch live stream, currently IRL we are using these buildings right now, or at least some of them, to make an actual new zoo. The zoo itself also has a name and everything. It's in like a very early stage though. Only like the entrance building has been used, and the restaurant building that we made like ages ago. It could even be like 2 years that we made that restaurant. But we are finally using those buildings. And we still need to like find a proper place for this build. So the Forskaren build. But also the conservation hotel and the information center and all the little builds that we made in between. Those will still need to be planned out properly and make it look nice. But we're actually using them right now. So it's pretty darn cool to be able to actually use them and just have like guests sort of walk around and inside of all the buildings that we created. And so far it looks really good. Like the couple new buildings as well, which of course will be shown in some future speed build videos as well. And one of them is actually quite big too, because that will be our first staff building. And the staff building will also be able to still be shown in like a speed build variation in this particular zoo where we are making this building right now. But we are moving sort of like halfway over with the creation of that building and placing all of those like inside an actual zoo. So it's going to be like really exciting to also be able to show all the gameplay and everything from the actual new zoo over in like speed build videos over here on YouTube. It will most likely take a little bit of time because again it's still like in a very early basis. It's a lot of like hopping over from one point to another point because we're trying to get like a good footing in, so to speak, of the zoo creation. But like I can say that the start is definitely there. So it's nice to again be able to like use those buildings, and also be great to eventually show all the progress that we've made so far for a YouTube video. But again, currently IRL we are making it, and if you are already interested in seeing the process that we've like made so far and also the progress that we've had, then again like feel free to check out the live streams over on Twitch and or TikTok, because we are building in there like right now. For now though, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in this particular video over here on YouTube. And again, hopefully I will see you all in the future live stream over on Twitch and or TikTok. All the links in the description below this video if you are interested. It would be great to have you there as well, of course. But thank you all so much for tuning in with this particular video. And hopefully I will see you all later. Have a nice remaining of the day and have a good one. Bye bye.